Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co host, Brian.
What's going on, everybody?
We're here to talk Vanderpump Rules. It's another Vanderpump Rules news, rumors, everything that's going on outside of the show to color the lines in on things going on during the show. Make sure you like to subscribe here and on TikTok. You got all of our coverage. Like you can see in the title, we do have a confirmed new Vanderpump show. This is Vanderpump Villa. This is going to be centered around Lisa Vanderpump's French estate. There's going to be a hand-picked staff. It's going to have to be like what it's like, kind of how early Vanderpump Rules was, right? What's it like to
Mhm.
actually work for Lisa Vanderpump in a service type job? And I think it's going to be really cool for a lot of people who maybe have binged, even like yourself recently, and haven't kind of gone through the years with Lisa and really having the time knowing her as being more of the boss than now kind of just like the mother figure. It's going to be
Right.
nice to see Lisa, and I'm assuming Ken at some point, engaged in it. And I want to see, they're saying it's to be really wealthy clientele. So probably like crazy European billionaires. I'm hoping they're like a bunch of young, hot people that want to like hook up with each other and stuff, just like the Vanderpump people. I'm
I'm
hoping,
sure.
or maybe it's like dead serious servers. Like, I don't know. What are you thinking, Brian? What do you want out of it?
So I definitely want a little bit of Vanderpump Rules. I'd say 50%, and then just like a little bit of seriousness. And then I don't know if you've seen Party Down on Stars, where they're like a catering show where they're like
No.
joking around all the time. 10% of that. Like we want to have some comedy like between the
Okay.
cast. So I think it could be interesting. I thought the beginning seasons of Vanderpump Rules, even though they weren't like high production value, were still very entertaining.
It made you feel like these were servers. I mean, they were
Mhm.
servers for the first few seasons, working at a restaurant and having to like kind of work through the vanity of being in West Hollywood and working for a real intense boss who has high standards but knows what she's doing. And again, I'd like to see, now this is on Hulu. So it's also interesting. I'm curious like how Peacock and NBC and all feel, and Bravo feel about that. I don't know how they let any show for Lisa go outside of the Bravo universe. I think this could have fit totally in. They have shows like this all the time. So
Yeah,
really
I want.
interesting to hear
I'm
that.
saying, I wonder if like the being in another country or
Mhm.
maybe that was the barrier there.
Budgetary.
Does it say when it's released coming out?
No, I did not have a
Just
release
like
date so far.
confirm. Okay, cool.
No, nothing that was like listed here, at least in the Variety article that I will pop up. That is our source for this video. Um, Moving on, Brian, to kind of touch back on the reunion part three. Have you seen Lala's comments about maybe when she said she felt dirty when she watched the reunion?
I did not. Was this it? Watch What Happens Live or somewhere
No,
else?
she actually said this on the podcast. She
Okay.
admitted after filming the reunion, she told TMZ this.
Okay.
After watching last night, when Raquel, she says, had that final breakdown just as a human, because for me, it's a reality TV show. I feel like we all kind of are playing the same game. But when I watched that, I was kind of like, oh, maybe we're dealing with someone who maybe shouldn't be on this type of platform. That's a pretty fair point, right? Like maybe you're
Yeah.
not mentally there for the game if you're not bought in, right? Kent
Uh-huh.
added, it can be rough, and you have to know when you're on a show like this and you make bad decisions that these type of things are going to happen, especially when you're throwing daggers at people while you're doing something like that. Of making poor choices on the screen, she said, you're going to get that smoke. I don't know how other people feel about the last 5 minutes, but I sit there and go, oh shit, she needs some help, and I'm hoping she got it. So, I mean, it's like, I get it. It's really tough, right? And Lala, if you think about it, it was one of the main two people, really two, three people. I guess if you include Ariana with James, that was just spent their entire time screaming at
Right.
Raquel and at Sandoval. How do you feel about her? Kind of, I'm surprised to hear her admit anything kind of endearing or humanizing of Raquel. Like, what do you think?
So these are the comments here that make me think that she can get back into the group. Like there is a path. Either it could be super tiny, but if things align correctly, she could potentially get back. Not saying that I want that, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like I really think that the loser here is going to be Tom, the full loser. Like he's not. I don't think he can come back from it. Is what I'm saying.
No, I mean he'll be on the show, but again, I'm interested. I mean, who's going to film with him? And that's really what the toughest thing. I mean, besides Schwartz. I mean,
I mean, if they just throw money at people, I just don't believe. Like I could hate someone and film with them if they're paying me.
Speaking of Raquel, there was an interview with a source close to Raquel held with E! News. Again, I'll pop the article up here, talking kind of about Raquel's mental health rehabilitation stint. At the time of the article, which was on June 8th, she was at like 68 days of treatment, still there for mental health, depression, everything, I guess, what else is going on. But she did say that Raquel looks for the one quote I think is really interesting. There's a little bit more here talking about the treatment itself, but the real quote, and I think the real dinger is Raquel looks forward to sharing her story with the unfiltered truth when she comes out. I just like, again, like you said, the big loser is going to be Sandoval. This dude is going to be revealed to be basically like Hannibal Lecter. He's going to be the big manipulating creep.
Yeah, I think Puppet Master is the thing. I like what like why and again it's like why didn't she say everything? If I guess now she's feeling the pressure, I guess, from society that try and hide things, and now like I gotta save my ass, which I mean I think any person would do if they're
I think she's, like you said, she's looking for that slither of the redemption arc, right? Even if
yeah.
her future isn't in reality TV, I guess maybe the idea of the last thing that you don't want people to see of you is that be your last
Yeah, no, for
existence,
sure.
right?
Yeah,
So
you don't want that.
probably what she's eyeing, and that's if her family allows her to come back too, which I think is a big storyline. I'm leaning that she's going to be. I think everyone's going to be back. I think Jax and Brittany are 100% back, and then we'll see about other people as far as like ancillary characters. But one more story here, and I did mention Jax, so I actually it's funny enough, Brian. The story involves Jax, Brittany, and Sandoval. So during the tour of Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras, there was a show in Louisville, which obviously, Brittany is near Louisville. Brittany says she received a text from Sandoval saying, he said, "Hey, if you have any friends in Louisville, I'd love to see you. Come see my band. I'll get you free passes." She goes, I looked at the phone and said, "Are you effing serious?" Then Jax apparently got the phone, got really
Oh
super
boy.
mad, and then rage text Sandoval and said, "Don't you ever effing text my wife again. How dare you? How selfish and tone deaf are you? You realize Brittany's friends with all these girls. What do you think she's going to do?" Um, Jax also added one more quote. "It's like a serial killer who kills their family and then goes out to the bar." I just like the Jax's whole storyline this season 11 is just going to be burying Sandoval every chance he gets.
He's
That's
gonna
all
have
he's going
those
to do.
like bug eyes, you know, when he's yelling, like, he's just sweaty.
Well, he said
Yeah,
that's what was happening. He said he got noticeably red in the face.
I think it's gonna be funny entertainment for season 11 if he's there with this whole situation. He's never not gonna talk about it, which is
Just like a
gonna just
victory
be
lap.
so
Told you so.
funny.
Told you so. Told you so.
Yeah, and constantly having to compare himself to like the situation that he's been in and Sandoval and be like, well, it's completely different.
Okay,
It
guys, ready?
there's a viewer.
Got a community here, comment section. I always ask something. This is what I want. I want an over under on the number of times Jax Sandoval next season when he's justifying and seeing how great he is, that he says he's a husband and a father and he doesn't have time for things like that. That's just gonna be like the Jax Taylor a lot. I'm a husband and father. I ain't got time for your crap. Like, so
Oh yeah,
while he's getting himself actively involved in their crap,
100%, dude. I would put the like maybe at like 500.
do you think Jax tries to regain his throne as top guy in the group from James Kennedy?
Yeah. I mean,
Number one guy
hey,
in the group.
everybody in that group tries to give it away. So
It's like
any
what is it, like the NFC East? It's like there's no repeat division champs every like in like
yeah,
10
I mean, it's
years. Like,
very possible that anyone could do something stupid to throw themselves away and lose it. I mean, especially who knows what's going on. Like if James becomes a main guy, like there's more pressure on him to stay this main guy, so he could do
yeah,
something dumb. Like
feel
I'm not ruling
threatened.
anything out.
Feel threatened with Jax coming back, especially too. That
Yeah.
could be a thing. Um, we will be here this week to cover the season. What is it? The secrets exposed, secrets revealed
Mhm.
episode, bonus footage episode. So we'll do a video on Wednesday night, react to everything new, just funny. See what anything that's been since recording this on Sunday night. If there's anything between Sunday and that episode as well, we'll cover it in the Wednesday night episode. And then, like I said, Brian and I, we're going to cover some things like the season 11 news, casting news. We have some tier lists and some fun kind of community focused Vanderpump stuff we want to do. And like I said, we're also covering Stars on Mars with Tom Schwartz. So a lot of the groups and communities we're involved in, we've been sharing that video last week. The premiere was fun. He did a great job. So hopefully he continues to be on the show and we can kind of interact with you guys that way as well. Subscribe on Instagram, Twitter. We're on Facebook as well. You can find us there. We're on any social media, like I mentioned, TikTok a few times. We do exclusive videos, 60-second reviews of things like Love Island, a lot of great shows. But until the next Vanderpump video, for myself and Brian, thank you. Peace.